What's up, everybody? This is Connor Olson here, the Motivation Monday, and today's theme is do not be afraid to make mistakes, for they are the stepping stones to future success. Now, I feel like as a society, as a world, what we're coming to is just such a chase to perfection. On social media, there's filters, and AI is coming out and making everything, somewhat quote unquote, I'll say perfect. Um, but I'm going to present to you that it is beneficial for you and for the people around you to go into something not being afraid to make mistakes. I want to take you way back to day one on this earth when you were first born. And I want us to adopt the mindset of a small child, even infant or a baby, and understand that when you first came on this earth, when you first came out of your mother's womb and took your first breath, you didn't know anything at all. You had to learn everything you could. You didn't know how to go to the bathroom by yourself. You couldn't lift your head up by yourself. You couldn't walk. You couldn't crawl. You couldn't talk. And throughout life, it's when you first learn to walk, you fall a bunch of times. When you first learn to read, you stutter over words. When you first learn to do anything, you're bad at it. All right? You're bad at it. And I believe in today's day and age, and I fall victim to this too, there's such a fear of looking foolish, whether it's in our own eyes or the eyes of others, or I believe also that we don't want to be bad at something long enough to become good at something, because of course there's going to be a different starting point for everybody, but most of the times when you first endeavor to do something new, you're horrible at it, and that's okay. It's okay to be bad at something, but let me ask you this. Can you be bad at something long enough to get good at it? Because a lot of things I see is people prematurely give up. Okay. Oh, I'm endeavoring to learn how to cook. Oh, I made a horrible meal, so guess I'm just going to be bad at it. Well, you've tried it one time. You know, I really strongly believe that it takes time to get good at anything, whether it's writing, whether it's singing, whether it's dancing, whether it's working out. I remember, as a former athlete, when the first time my dad took me to the weight room, I was about 14 years old. 5 pounds felt tremendously heavy to me. And the following week, it still felt heavy. And the following week, it still felt heavy. A matter of fact, a lot of times when you start something, sometimes you get worse. Like when you start working out, if I haven't worked out in 5 years and I try to get down on the ground and do 5 push-ups, and then the next day I try to do five, I'm actually going to feel worse, But you have to be able to delay gratification, okay? Delay gratification. If there's something that you are passionate about, that you want to endeavor to do, that you want to continue to get better at, be willing to be terrible. And guess what? People are going to ostracize you no matter what. And who cares? It's one of those things where you got to be willing to look foolish to yourself and to other people. And the thing is, like, people will hate on you when you're good. They'll hate on you when you're bad. So what's the difference? What difference does it make? I believe we're all going to answer to God one day, and He's the one that I most care about. Being good in His eyes. And the thing is, like, He's so far up there. It's with people. People aren't going to like the way you look. People aren't going to like how you talk. People aren't going to like the message. People are going to, contradict you. People are going to say, oh, this person's foolish, or make fun of you, make fun of how you look. All these different things. When you put yourself out there in the world, you're going to get ostracized. Oh, well, so what? You're going to get negative comments, especially on social media. But something I found that's mighty funny is a lot of the people that will comment something negative on my stuff or whoever's stuff, a lot of times they don't even have the stones to put their face on a profile picture. Whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, more rare with Instagram and Facebook, but on YouTube, a lot of the negative comments I get are the comments that, make fun of my appearance or make fun of the way I train athletes or whatever it is. Trolls, so to speak. A lot of it's just anonymous accounts with not even their own face behind the camera. So I want to put myself out there and make sure my profile picture and everything has my face in it because I want it to be as genuine and as authentic as possible. And when people comment something negative, I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes it hurts. I'm like, wow. I had a comment once that was well, I won't even get into it, but I get negative comments on my stuff, but that's okay. You have to be willing to be ostracized when you put yourself out there. So no, I know the arena I'm stepping into. I know that you are not going to always get positive feedback, and that's okay. If you have something in your heart that God has put in you, I believe you should not hide your gifts. I believe one of your purposes in life is to serve others using your gift, whether it's singing, whether it's dancing, whether it's filling out people's taxes, whether it's being a garbage man, whether it's being a fireman, whether it's making content, whether it's being an athlete, whether it's being a coach, whether it's being a mailman, whether it's being whatever it is, fill in the blank. Because as human beings, you are special. There is not a single person that is you. Your DNA is completely 100% unique. And I'm going to leave you with this because I believe ever since I gave my life to Jesus Christ that I look at people differently now. I look at people with more compassion because whether they believe in God or not, the Bible says that we're made in God's image. It doesn't say if you believe in me, you're made in my image. So whether someone's atheist, Buddhist, you fill in the blank, I have compassion for you, and you have gifts and you have skills that the earth is meant to see while you're here for this short amount of time, because I believe we're all made in God's image. So be willing to be bad at something long enough and be consistent with taking action to not be bad at something and give yourself time. Don't quit after a month. Don't quit after 2 months. Don't quit after 3 months. Don't quit after 6 months. Give yourself a whole year and assess yourself. Give yourself 2 years, 3 years, 5, 10 years, however many years you get. But if there's something that you're passionate about, be persistent and take consistent action. And if you start today, watch in a year from now how much better you will be. Anyways, guys, this is Connor Olson, Coach with Ols. God bless you. See ya.